All right, great to see you this morning. It is time to take two. Call us in the morning. Our twin docs, Dr. I, Dr. J, they are waking up with us, answering your health questions. Good morning, guys. Great to see you.
Good morning. Great to see you as well.
So we have some fun questions. I'm excited about these. All right, Dr. I, we'll start with you. True or false, children who have cell phones at an early age will have improved interpersonal skills? I'm going to say false just because everything I hear seems to be negative about this.
Yeah, that was a layup, right? There really is no upside to exposing your children to smartphones, really at all, but especially early. Study after study has found that children that are exposed to smartphones have worse physical as well as mental health. Obesity for every age group is on the rise worldwide, but especially here in the United States. But up to like 60–70% of children are either obese or overweight. And we know that when children are exposed to smartphones, there's a direct correlation between how early they're exposed, how much they use that phone, and obesity. And there are a multitude of medical conditions that come with obesity that we don't even have to rattle off right now. But also studies have found that when it comes to mental health, depression, anxiety, suicidality, again, there's a correlation between A, if your child was exposed to a smartphone, and B, how early, and C, how much they're exposed to that phone. So there are benefits of smartphones, right? So, there's no right or wrong answer. But in general, when it comes to smartphone exposure, expose them later than earlier and less as opposed to more often.
Yeah, it is such important awareness because some of those stats are truly staggering. Dr. J, the next one's for you. So singing Christmas carols has the power to actually fight a common cold, reduce high blood pressure, even fight dementia. I'm going to say true because I think your attitude really matters here.
You're 2 for 2. That's true. So we've known for a long time the power of sound and song, right? We use the power of sound in medicine all of the time. We use it to break up kidney stones. We use it to fight cancer cells. So the power of sound is real. And when it comes to both listening to and singing Christmas carols, the frequencies that we use can stimulate parts of the brain, the amygdala, the limbic system, the hippocampus. And these are parts of the brain that play a role in cognition and memory. And so both listening to and singing Christmas carols can help with things like memory and cognition and mood. Also, when you sing, you use your vagus nerve. You have to dig down deep and you stimulate your diaphragm. And you use your vagus nerve, and that's this cranial nerve that goes from the brain through the chest to the lungs to the heart and to the gut. When you stimulate the vagus nerve, that's the same thing you do when you're mindful breathing or when you're doing cold plunges. Stimulating the vagus nerve lowers blood pressure, lowers blood sugar, and improves your immunity. And so, yes, listening to music, especially Christmas carols, singing songs, boost your immunity, fewer colds, less flu, lower blood pressure, lower blood sugar, better memory. So fa la la all season long.
Another reason to crank those tunes. And you can do it all year too. All right, I love it. Dr. Rye, true or false, the shingles vaccine can reduce your risk for dementia? Okay, I'm going to say true because that seems so oddly specific.
You are on it today. You are on it. That is absolutely true. So there have been multiple. Well, first of all, we should say, right, what is shingles? So varicella zoster virus. When you get the chicken pox as a child, it's the VZV, varicella zoster virus. You have symptoms for like a week, 2 weeks, then they go away. But the virus does not go away. The varicella zoster virus stays in your body forever. And specifically, it lives in your nerve cells. And for a lot of people, it may live in the nerve cells of the brain. Now, there are multiple causes for dementia, but we are finding more and more that not just dementia, but really a whole host of medical conditions are related to chronic inflammation. And so when you have this virus just hanging out in your nerve cells forever, you have this chronic inflammation. And if it's hanging out in the nerve cells of your brain, you have this chronic inflammation in your brain. And so studies have shown that by taking the shingles vaccine, not only do you reduce the risk of shingles, which if you had shingles, it's no joke. That's a good reason in and of itself to take the vaccine, but it also reduces the viral activity, reduces the inflammation, and reduces the risk of dementia. And so the shingles vaccine is recommended for any adults over the age of 50. Prevents shingles, but also can reduce dementia risk. And even if you're asymptomatic, you reduce your risk by 20%. But if you're already showing signs of dementia, you can reduce your risk by up to progression by up to 30%. So it's a good double hitter for sure.
Wow, those are big numbers. All right, we've got about a minute left. Dr. J, this one's for you. True or false, dry cleaning your clothes on the regular can decrease your risk for both liver disease and liver cancer. Now, when I think of dry cleaning, I just think of all the chemicals. So I'm going to say false.
Or you're on it. You can come see patients with us today in the office. You know your stuff. So that's
let's not go there.
So Dry. Yeah, you can do it. No. So dry cleaning basically uses a chemical called tetrachloroethylene. Tetrachloroethylene is toxic to liver cells. So basically, when you wear clothes that have this chemical in them, it gets absorbed across the skin, goes into the bloodstream, goes to the liver, gets detoxified in the liver, and the byproducts of this chemical basically kill liver cells. So it can cause liver fibrosis or scarring, and even liver cancer. So ideally, you want to do dry cleaning that is green, so it doesn't use the tetrachloroethylene. But if you do the conventional dry cleaning, they recommend that you air your clothes out for at least a couple of hours before you wear them. So dry cleaning, not great for the liver.
All right. Always solid advice. I had a lucky day, but you guys are the experts, and it's so great to chat with you. Thank you. To have your
too. Take
medical
care.
questions answered on the show, you can find Dr. I, Dr. J on social media, the Twin Doctors _ or their website. So much fun to see them every week.